Hi everybody, Ben here from Artless Ordinary. So tonight I'm doing my big canvas. So it is it's a 40 centimeter by 80 centimeter, which makes it 15.7 inches by 31.5 inches. So I don't even think it completely fits in my screen. So tonight is going to be my kind of practice, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. I just haven't done it before. I'm going to do a rainbow ghost swipe. So I have the 7 colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And I'm also going to add black and pewter to just put a little bit of extra in there. So all of these are opaques except for my green. That one there is the only semi-transparent because I couldn't find an opaque green which was the right green, if that makes sense. So we have cadmium red medium. So they're all these Holcroft professional paints. So the first one is cadmium red medium. Then I have cadmium orange, cadmium yellow medium, permanent green violet, sky blue, cerulean blue hue, and brilliant violet, with carbon black and pewter, which are these ones. So what I got to do is I got to cover, and I've got my base paint here, which is mont white. So the base paint is mixed 4 parts floetrol to 1 part paint. All the colors are mixed 3 parts floetrol to 1 part paint. So some of them are a little bit different sizes because I got to mix these in these tiny little containers. I try to only get 3 grams out, but a couple of times I got a 4 grams. So then I had to add extra to, actually I think that ended up being a 5, because once it comes out of the tube I can't put it back in, so I just got to make it up. But I also did make extra of the black and the pewter because the black and pewter have to go all the way across the canvas. All these other colours are only going to go in like literally that big. So there's not going to be a lot of the colours in there. So I am going to go off camera. I'm going to coat this canvas in. Then I'll come back and I'll do the actual swiping and colouring of it. So this can take me a little bit to do sometimes because it's a bigger canvas, it's a bit more of a challenge. So I'll pause it and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back and I'm just checking I have to move my canvas because I'm way out of focus there. It's a little bit of wears me out doing one that big. It's just so much you got to look at while you're doing it. You got to watch this, watch that, make sure, because my table's actually smaller. I've got a piece of wood on my table to make my table bigger to put this canvas on. So there's not a lot of spare room if it starts going over the edges. So I am going to bring all my colours down. And it's always so much easier if you put them in the order that they need to be in. Oh. Okay. Exhausting. So what I need to do is, I am a bit worried about pouring straight onto the canvas, about getting large clumps of too much paint. So I am looking for my little spoon. You know what? I should have another one. Got a whole cup full of them. So these are my little spoons. So what I want to do, I am going to mark on my canvas where halfway is. So grab yourself a marker pen, and the middle is about here. That should be right. And the middle should be about here. Hopefully that's right. Now, I need my paints to be even. So I want the solidness to be about there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Close-ish. So that's where I want the colour to be, predominantly that colour. So the challenge is going to be putting the paint down where it blends a little bit either way. So my best bet is to stir my paint and then remove my little stick. And I'm going to get a scoop of paint, and I am going to not doing it too evenly, am I? That doesn't matter. I actually don't think this is any easier than if I had just poured it out of the cup. At least if I poured it out the cup, I can do my normal little wiggle a bit better. So let's try that. So we want it here. So I need to overlap it a little bit. Till about there. So this is what I was saying, this is going to be my hardest part, is actually getting the paint in the right areas. Okay. I think I'm going a little bit too far. And that line is not going straight. Oh boy. I'll fix that up. Did I fix it up or did I just go worse? Oh boy. I knew I was going to challenge myself somehow with this. Okay, so I hope you guys aren't too bored yet. We're getting there. This is the most challenging part, is actually getting the paint on the canvas. Especially, well, for me it is. I know how to do my swipes. They're not difficult for me anymore. Once you learn them, this is the harder part. Because I want to do it this way and have it as like a, I want it to be a rainbow, or some people might say it's more like a chakra or something. But so we're going to go like normal, off the canvas and back on. Just doing a zigzag over. And now the pewter. Always stir the pewter well before you pour it because it is a metallic. Now I can breathe a little bit. I keep holding my breath, and you end up getting a little bit headed because you've held your breath too long while I concentrate. So, my line is not perfectly straight, but it is not the end of the world. I just got to try to make sure I do my actual swipes a bit more straighter, which I haven't actually got done yet. So I have some more paint cards. Only cut one at a time. You try and cut a few, they go crooked and it doesn't work. So I just cut one at a time, cutting them approximately in half. I don't really want to have smaller ones, I don't think. I want halves. Okay, I've got 4 for the moment, but I think I'm actually going to have to cut a few more. Okay, so we've got our cards aside. Now we just need to make our swipe paper towel ready. And guess what, everybody? Here we go. I am going to check that I am recording. Yep, that counter's still moving. That's all I want to know. Now, like normal, I always go take half of the colour, and for the edge, just go a bit off, so you're actually off the edge, not right on the edge. And then you just go, hold it down, do a swipe, lift, wipe your card off. Next one, down, swipe, down, swipe, down, swipe. And that is about it. I'm just going to keep going across, doing some shorter, some longer. Wipe your card off each time. If the card feels soggy, get rid of it, get a new one. I'm turning my card around. Okay. Oops. Down, swipe. New paper towel, that one I don't like, it feels soggy. Don't ever compromise on your paper towels or your swipe cards. This here, what you have in front of you, costs way more than a little bit of a paper towel. Even though I like saving the planet, if I ruin this, I've wasted more resources and environmental things than a piece of paper towel. So don't skimp on it. And I've said it before, but I want everyone to know that you can't, you just have to sometimes say that's an acceptable thing. It's hard. I'm a real environmental person. I hate ruining the planet, but one extra paper towel isn't going to ruin the planet compared to the amount of plastic and that you've got sitting on a canvas that will get wasted. Ooh. Those black cells just jumped out. That swipe card is no good. Grabbing a new one. Okay. How is it looking so far, everyone? So it looks good, but as I do the other side, it will come into its own little world, which is what happens. When you do one side, it looks good, but when you do the other side, it just pops out. Oh, little flying bugs. I know one is going to fall in this and ruin it for me. Always do it on my favourite pieces. So, we're going to have to just lift it, which... This is difficult. My arms aren't that long. We got there. Now, am I in camera focus still? I hope so. There. Do you like it so far, everyone? I really, really do. This is what I've been wanting to do for a while. I just hadn't done it. I needed to just bite the bullet and just do it. So, next, paper towel. Get the soggy one out of here. It's in our way. Now, we do the same. Try and go roughly where you touched before. Put it on. Drag and lift. And yes, sometimes I lift my card that way, and sometimes I lift my card that way, and sometimes I just try to lift it. Gives you the different points. And if I do repeat myself, it's sometimes I get new viewers and they haven't seen the other videos yet. So excuse if I have a couple of repeat sayings. Paper towel soggy, get rid of it, new one. Turn my card around. That side decided to skip a little bit, so I'm going to overlap that. Erased. Another little skip there, so I'm going to erase that as well. So, do you know the only thing I think could have been a little bit more is possibly a little bit more black. You've got bits of black, but I suppose there is enough in there. Probably only that one spot, there's not very much. And I can fix that. So, I'll show you how if you want to. I am going to cut a card very thinly. Nice thin piece. I need to go get my black paint. And one dot should be enough. And I know you're thinking, one dot, what is that going to do? It's just going to break it up a little bit. And if you try, I don't like trying to fix things, I make a mess. So usually I don't, but I want to show you. So just put that there and drag that down. It's not ideal, it's not super heavy black, probably because I touched the blue before the black, but it did break that up a little bit. I prefer not to do things like that. That one there worked, but I am more likely to make mistakes than make things work. So I don't always do it. But this is it. What do we think? I know it's not spectacular, so I spent so long making the paint that it's actually after midnight now that I'm doing this painting, and I really need to I need to go to bed so I can get up and go to work. So I may have put a little bit of haste into it, but I still think it has turned out pretty good. It's given me the effect that I wanted. I wanted that rainbow where you've got, so from your angle it is like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. I think this side starts off a little bit more narrow and the purple on the other end is a little bit more wider. Work that out. What I would like to do is actually get the paints made up and put them in these little bottles like this. So I can actually just undo the lid and just kind of drizzle onto the spots that I want. I think that would be easier. But I don't have any empty ones of those at the moment, so I couldn't. But, yay! This is finished. So, I'm liking it. I hope it looks pretty good. I think it will look quite well on my wall. And the silver or pewter will actually show shimmer a little bit more in the once it's dried. It just won't notice it now. Don't know if my other ones I might not be able to show you. I'm worried about getting paint on them from my hands, so I'll leave that for now. So this is it, completely done. I'm going to get the camera and bring you in for a close-ups. Okay, there you go. So it's hard for me to actually see this because I have to hold the camera really high so I can actually see the artwork in the lens. But I'm really happy. It's turned out pretty much how I thought about it in my head. Probably might tweak it a little bit more, maybe do slightly different features. But I'm going to bring you down because I'm on my tippy toes. So here we go with the reds, oranges, yellows, greens, blues, indigos, violets. You can see the black in there with the lacing. So the black isn't necessary, but I think it helps. Same with the pewter. It's not necessary, but I do think that it actually helps with cells that helps give it a little bit of contrast. Like look at these cells. They've just formed up everywhere, and some are black, some are orange. Then we've got some red ones. Like look how cool these red and pewter ones are together. Orange over here. And see how this one we've got a bit of the orange and the yellow mixing together. It's really, really cool. So even the green being transparent or semi-transparent, the green didn't give me as many cells by itself, but the black and the pewter did inside the green. So that's why I usually go for opaques. Opaques normally give you cells or lacing on their own merit, not just because of the black. Ooh, they're pretty. Black always gives really good lacing. So does white. We all know that if you do blooms or anything like that. Australian floetrol with good quality paint will give you really nice lacing. So there we go. Oh, back up. Yep, I can think I'm in camera. So I hope you like this. So let me know what you think. I really, really would love to hear your comments. And tell me if you think it looks awesome or, you know, just semi-okay. But thank you so much for hanging around for a, what is it, nearly 26-minute video watching me do this. So like, comment, share this video if you can. Share it, show others, because I think it looks awesome. And subscribe if you have not already. That would be wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night. Catch you later. Bye.